Adam Levine is a multi-talented man who also happens to have multiple residences. Over the years, the Maroon 5 frontman has purchased and sold a good number of properties, most of which are located in his hometown of Los Angeles on the sunny West Coast. The sole exception was a loft he sold in 2016 in the hip Soho district of New York. It's interesting to note that several of his residences have been connected to other famous people, such as Ellen DeGeneres, John Mayer, Jennifer Garner, and Ben Affleck. The singer has been spending more time at home since leaving The Voice in 2019 after 16 seasons, which naturally makes his living space even more significant. In a recent interview, he told DeGeneres, "Now I'm just a stay-at-home dad," adding that he is obsessed with his 2 little girls. "I do very little and just stay at home. It's fantastic." The fact that he recently paid $22.7 million for a mansion in Montecito, California, is all the more thrilling because of this. In addition to that expansive property, he currently owns a $32 million Pacific Palisades compound that he purchased from Garner in 2019. We examine all 7 of Levine's known residences over the years below, and there is no shortage of evidence that he has good taste in real estate. Prior to his 2014 marriage to Victoria's Secret model Behati Prinsloo, Levine was a single man with a stylish mid-century modern home that fit his easygoing way of living. He paid $3.195 million for the 4-bedroom 1940s home in 2005, and by the time he sold it for $3.55 million in 2013, it was a chic rambler with 2 fireplaces, a home theater, an exercise room, and glass walls overlooking the city. In 2012, Levine told Architectural Digest, "I fell in love with the location and the privacy, and the fact that it was such a low-key place. Without being Hollywood, it was Hollywood." A fellow musician found Levine's second home to be a hit. The ranch-style estate, which was 7,100 square feet in size, had 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a home cinema, a gym, a spa, and a 2-car garage with a speakeasy-style card room above it. He paid $4.83 million for it in 2012. Then in 2018 he sold it to rival recruiter John Mayer for $13.4 million after personalizing its interiors. In 2014, Levine and Prinsloo made the decision to acquire a $4.5 million apartment in New York's Soho district in order to experience living on the East Coast. Part of a cast-iron building from the early 1900s, the 2,800 square foot loft had exposed brick walls throughout and lofty 13-foot ceilings. It included 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms. There was even a deep jacuzzi tub in the main apartment. However, only 2 years later, shortly after announcing that they were expecting their first child together, the couple made the decision to leave and go to the West Coast. In the end, the pad brought $5.5 million. In record time, the celebrity couple purchased and sold their 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles. The French Regency-style mansion was purchased by Levine and Prinsloo in 2017 for $18 million, $2 million less than the asking price. In an attempt to turn a small profit, they listed it for $18.9 million 3 months later. The speedy turnaround was explained by the fact that the pair had to scrap their initial refurbishment project since Prinsloo was expecting their second child. They broke even when the house sold for $18 million in early 2018. In 2018, the singer of Payphone and Prinsloo carried on with their house-flipping endeavors by paying $35.5 million to Will and Grace co-creator Max Muchnick for a Tudor-style Beverly Hills villa. The 12,000-square-foot home had already been fully renovated by Muchnick before the sale, but Levine and Prinsloo reportedly spent an extra $7 million on additional improvements before selling it to fellow real estate enthusiast DeGeneres for $45 million in 2019. In early 2021, she would list it for $53.5 million. Levine bought a 3-structure 1930s compound in Pacific Palisades, Los Angeles, from Jennifer Garner for $32 million at the beginning of 2019, making him the most recent A-list celebrity to do so. Other well-known tenants were producer Brian Grazer and Gregory Peck. There are 2 more buildings on the property: a 2-bedroom basement guest house and an office, art studio, gym, and screening room. The main house has 5 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. The house is still owned by Levine and Prinsloo. The purchase of the El Mirabal estate, a historic Montecito property created by George Washington Smith in the 1920s, marked the start of this year. The nearly 5.2-acre property, which features a 5-bedroom villa-style main home, a 2-bedroom guest house, a 1-bedroom cottage, and a separate 5-car garage with its own bedroom, was purchased by the couple for $22.7 million. A lit tennis court, a putting green, a sizable swimming pool, and numerous terraces for outdoor eating are among the outdoor features. Chart-topping tunes, sold-out tours, and his distinctive presence on The Voice are typically what people think of when they think of Adam Levine. However, Levine has discreetly established a parallel legacy behind the scenes that is based on architecture, design, and high-stakes real estate rather than music. His real estate transactions throughout the years have shown a man with a keen sense of location, a love of contemporary design, and a knack for seeing trends in the premium market. This is more than a list of homes that have been purchased and sold. Levine's development from up-and-coming rock artist to international superstar, husband, parent, and astute investor is shown in this timeline. Every property reveals something about his life at the time, his values, and how his tastes changed as his career did. Levine was rapidly becoming wealthy in the early days of Maroon 5's breakthrough. He made a cautious but calculated entry into the Los Angeles luxury real estate market as his successful albums rose in the charts. His first noteworthy houses were located in the Hollywood Hills, a neighborhood preferred by artists and musicians who desire seclusion without compromising access to studios and nightlife. Rather than traditional opulence, these early homes tended toward modern minimalism, reflecting a young artist who preferred clean lines, wide layouts, and stunning views. At this point, Levine was studying how celebrity real estate operates rather than only purchasing housing. He was able to experiment with repairs and resale value, because these residences were frequently flipped after brief stays. He shone an early talent for spotting houses with architectural bones that could be turned into something truly unique. Levine's confidence in real estate grew along with his notoriety. He gained notoriety by the late 2000s for acquiring noteworthy properties in the Hollywood Hills, especially those with mid-century architectural elements. Levine curated these homes rather than merely residing in them. He worked with leading designers, focusing on flow, light, and texture. Every restoration was painstaking, transforming previously appealing houses into showpieces fit for a magazine. Within a few years, a number of these properties were sold, frequently for a profit. Levine's reputation as someone who appreciated design value rather than merely square footage was solidified during this time in real estate circles. Levine's subsequent stage represented a major advancement. He entered one of the world's most competitive luxury markets when he moved from the Hills to Beverly Hills. These were statement properties, not starter mansions. Levine notably showed a pattern: purchase a superb home, update it with upscale design features, and then sell when the market reached its peak. These actions were well thought out and not spontaneous. Levine was not an exception to the rule that marriage alters one's perception of one's living area. Following his marriage to Haiti Prinsloo, he started to prioritize family functionality and warmth in addition to style when making real estate decisions. He made investments in residences during this period that struck a balance between comfort and contemporary architecture, areas that would accommodate his architectural preferences while yet being appropriate for rearing children. The severe minimalism of his early years started to give way to softer materials, open kitchens, and comfortable public spaces. These houses took longer to sell. They were meaningful, lived in, and individualized. It became evident from Levine's portfolio that real estate was becoming more than just an investment vehicle. It was becoming a part of his family's history. Levine's relocation to Montecito, California, a seaside community renowned for seclusion, sophistication, and peace, is arguably the most significant event in his real estate career. This move was a lifestyle transformation more than just a change of address. In comparison to Los Angeles, Montecito houses provide a gentler pace, expansive terrain, and views of the ocean or mountains. Levine's yearning for balance and fatherhood went hand in hand with this. There are recurring motifs throughout every stage in his portfolio. Strong architectural identity is a top priority for Architecture First Levine. The building itself needs to stand out. whether it is sophisticated contemporary or mid-century modern. Living indoors and out living in California is really important to him. Natural light, patios, pools, and glass walls are all musts. Without isolation, privacy. Each property strikes a balance between privacy and accessibility, keeping culture and convenience close at hand while remaining concealed from public view. Awareness of resale. Levine considers future worth. Even when making personal purchases, nearly all of his residences are situated in areas with long-lasting charm. Levine's portfolio shows how celebrities may use real estate to improve their lives and make money. He has frequently been able to sell for big profits by purchasing homes in prime locations with noteworthy architecture and making smart improvements. His strategy is different from that of celebrities who amass assets carelessly. Levine curates. Every purchase is part of a larger story about time, taste, and personal development. Levine's real estate decisions frequently have an impact on society, much like his music and television choices do. His residences have been featured in design publications, influenced remodeling trends, and raised the stature of particular communities. His real estate holdings serve as a kind of visual album, with each home serving as a track that represents a different period of his life. Levine's real estate future will probably trend toward legacy properties, homes intended to be held, not flipped, as he continues to juggle his career, family, and music. Although Montecito might not be the last chapter, it does mark a change toward durability and rootedness. One thing is certain: Adam Levine's relationship with real estate will continue to be as deliberate and expressive as his music, regardless of whether he ventures into foreign real estate, vineyard estates, or architectural restorations. Adam Levine's real estate chronology is about evolution more than just luxury. Every residence, from elegant hideaways in the Hollywood Hills to tranquil estates in Montecito, represents a stage of development, aspiration, and self-discovery. His portfolio serves as evidence that some artists' creativity extends beyond the studio door and into the walls they choose to inhabit.